Oh, are we live yet? Oh, we're live. No, we're live. So here we are at Rubicón Marina in Lanzarote, and Captain Coconut has just dropped his mainsail out the front of the marina, and he'll be starting to come in very soon. So as you can see, he's decided to retire from the GGR, and it's obviously a big decision for him. He, as most of you know, in fact everyone would know, that he had quite a challenging conclusion to his solo circumnavigation when he sailed solo non-stop from Australia to Les Sables d'Olonne. It was 150 odd days, and he got really hammered going around Cape Horn. The boat was a little bit beat up, so he had quite a job list to do before he actually was ready to compete in the 22 edition of the GGR. And even he didn't know whether he'd make it. He was an entrant, he'd entered, but he said, let's wait and see what happens with the work list and get everything done. And the work list grew and then ended up having to put a new motor in, and so it goes, But anyway, he was at the start line, and then there was it's been nearly 3 weeks since he's got here. He's just, you can see his mast maybe down the end there. He's lowered his sails, motoring now, just getting ready to come in. So Biscay was pretty ugly, and it would have actually caused him to think about lots of different issues, and then the last couple of weeks have been quite slow for him as well. So one thing you certainly need to do to complete the GGR is to be absolutely clear in your head why you want to do it, and be passionate, because there's a lot of reasons not to complete the GGR. And Mark has done his solo circumnavigation. It was a huge effort, and so now he's more or less decided that it's not for him. So he's coming in. He rang this morning about 1:30 and confirmed that he was going to come into the marina. So we decided this is where the story is, and we look forward to hearing his view on that very shortly. So and I was just speaking to Tapio then. I mentioned to him that Mark had pulled out, and Tapio was kind of interesting. He reflected on that and said, yeah, look, it's understandable. And even for Tapio, remembering that he's doing the GGR for a second time, I know Tapio pretty well, and when he came through Lanzarote, I could see that he wasn't the same as it was in 2018. And part of that is because he's got something to prove for himself. He's absolutely knows where he wants to be, and that's in the GGR right now, but it's a different reason for him, doing it again the second time. And I'm quite certain that he's reflected on that as well. But he's having a great ride at the moment. Tapio's down there really enjoying the sailing, and that's going to roll on for the next 3 weeks maybe. It's going to be quite fun sailing rather than super demanding. But he's doing it for different reasons, and it shows. So Mark was probably in a similar situation. So anyway, we might he's still fluffing around out there, so we can probably yes, do you want to say some French? But if it doesn't happen, we'll turn it off, and then we'll start when he's coming on the marina.
Okay, tell me. Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à Lanzarote. C'est différent aujourd'hui, nous ne sommes pas sur l'eau, nous ne sommes pas à la bouée, nous sommes dans le port et nous attendons, vous l'aurez peut-être déjà compris un peu si vous avez regardé le tracker, nous attendons Marc Sinclair qui a pris la décision d'arrêter ici à Lanzarote. Alors ce qu'expliquait Dawn tout à l'heure, c'est la question qu'on peut se poser. Pourquoi? Et c'est la question que nous lui poserons évidemment. Pourquoi partir des Sables d'Olonne il y a 2 semaines et s'arrêter ici à Lanzarote seulement 2 semaines après? Et Dawn voit 2 possibilités à cela. D'abord, il a déjà fait son tour du monde jusqu'au Sable d'Olonne parce qu'il est revenu, il a passé le Cap Horn, il s'était arrêté, et Dawn pense que lorsque le marin est reparti, lorsqu'il a eu cette semaine difficile dans le golfe de Gascogne, il ne faut pas croire que Marc Sinclair a eu peur du golfe de Gascogne, puisque rappelez-vous, il a eu 4 tempêtes de suite au Cap Horn, des tempêtes très difficiles, il les a toutes passées sans aucun problème. C'est un navigateur qui a beaucoup d'expérience, qui navigue depuis des années, qui connaît les mers du Sud aussi. Mais ce que Dawn pense, c'est que cette semaine difficile dans le golfe de Gascogne, qui les a tous éprouvés un peu, lui a fait prendre conscience du fait que il avait fait son tour du monde en quelque sorte, et qu'il n'était peut-être pas prêt, ou ce n'était peut-être plus le moment aujourd'hui de repartir. Donc Dawn pense que c'est un peu cela la raison. Et puis de nous expliquer tout à l'heure également qu'il a eu un peu ce sentiment avec Tapio. Et pour ne pas vous le cacher, moi aussi. Quand Tapio est arrivé ici à Lanzarote, Tapio Lehtinen, qui est 2e, qui est un excellent marin, qui a toute la Finlande derrière lui, en arrivant ici à Lanzarote, il y a quelques jours, il était différent de la première GGR. Et on se rend compte que lorsque ceux qui ont fait la première font maintenant la deuxième, ils ont ils peuvent se poser des questions, elle est différente. Voilà, c'est un peu ce que disait Don. Maintenant, je ne sais pas si je continue en français ou si nous arrêtons le live là. Do you want me to keep speaking or we stop?
No, we'll finish it because he's still going to be maybe another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll get him just as he's coming to the marina.
Donc on va se retrouver juste ici. Il va arriver ici à Lanzarote au ponton visiteur qui se trouve exactement à 4274 milles du cap de Bonne-Espérance. Nous sommes avec Stéphane, le manager de Michael Guggenberg qui est ici à Lanzarote. Et donc on va se retrouver là au ponton visiteur lorsqu'il sera ici pour lui poser les questions.
Give a commentary on that.
No, c'est bon.
So the main boats are.
But you told me to stop. You asked me to stop. No, I don't need to stop.
Just so they can see a bit of the marina. The main boats are back that way.
Voilà, ça ressemble à cela, la marina. And so what we were telling in French before, it is now we are waiting for him. He will come here to anchor on the visitor's ponton, and as soon as he's here, we'll ask him the question, all that question. And we remember you, that's here, he's at exactly 4,274 miles from the Cape of Good Hope, where will be the next stop for the other lantern. See you later.
Yeah.
Yes.